Coming up today on this week's episode, Bioshock Infinite delayed for a more extraordinary experience, industry forerunners comment on the state of PlayStation Vita, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance reemerges at E3 2012, and much, much more. This is Nick's Game Review. Hello everybody, welcome to Nick's Game Review, episode number 70, presented to you by your host, Nick McCandless. Bioshock Infinite delayed for a more extraordinary experience. Originally scheduled to launch October 16th of this year, 2K Games has announced that the release of Bioshock Infinite has been pushed back to a worldwide release of February 26, 2013. Ken Levine, creative director of Irrational Games, the developing studio behind Bioshock Infinite, released a statement to go along with this announcement by stating, quote, "When we announced the release date of Bioshock Infinite in March, we felt pretty good about the timing. Since then, we've uncovered opportunities to make Infinite into something even more extraordinary. Therefore, to give our talented team the time they need to deliver the best Infinite possible, we've decided to move the game's release to February," end quote. So Bioshock Infinite was not the only blockbuster title delayed till next year. Tomb Raider was also delayed till 2013. Looking forward to both titles, but at the same time, I'm glad both of them got delayed because this holiday season, as packed as it is, gives the developers more time to make a better game and release it when we have more time to play the game. It's a win-win situation. I'm looking forward to both games, but I must admit, I'm kind of happy they both got delayed because this holiday season is going to be ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But while speaking on Ken Levine, along with a couple other industry forerunners, they have commented on the current state of PlayStation Vita. With Ken Levine heavily involved not only with Bioshock Infinite, but an upcoming Bioshock release on the PlayStation Vita, Ken stated, quote, "It has dual analog sticks. You can finally play a real shooter, on a handheld," end quote. Hideo Kojima, the mastermind behind the Metal Gear franchise, followed up by praising the Vita as, quote, "It's the pinnacle of current gaming technology," end quote. Expanding upon the praise given by both Levine and Kojima, David Cage, the creator of Heavy Rain, admitted, quote, "I think what we do at Quantic Dream would work very well on a Vita. It could be shorter and episodic, something you just play for 10 minutes. The narrative form would work on a Vita. It would work on a PS3. Stories are universal. Everybody's excited by a story. If it is good and the characters are compelling, you don't care what platform it runs on," end quote. With praise from three of the top contributors within the gaming industry, Shinji Mikami, the creator of the Resident Evil series, broke the ice with a tough yet valid statement. Quote, "Simply put, there are not enough games for it yet. Also, I think the price may be too high. We spend so much money and time on our smartphones these days, and the sort of person who would buy a Vita will likely have a smartphone too. The people who have bought a Vita, though, seem to be devoting a lot of time to it, but it needs to be cheaper to appeal to the general public. Once there are more great games, it should do well," end quote. So I agree with what these four industry leaders had to say about the current state of the PlayStation Vita. PlayStation Vita, in my opinion, is the best video game handheld to ever come out. That's debatable, but if you ask me, I'm all about the PlayStation Vita. At the same time, Mikami came out and said, look, there needs to be more games and the price could be too high. $249 for a Vita sounds great, but considering that's the base model and you need to get a memory card, the price continues to go up. Whereas a 3DS, a DS, you can get much more affordable. There's a much larger game selection right now. And yes, the PlayStation Vita can do a lot more than that device. But at the same time, you've got to look at it where, with this market, parents are usually buying these platforms. And they say, PlayStation Vita, 3DS. 3DS is going to be roughly $100, $150 cheaper. There's more games. It's well advertised. The PlayStation Vita is still a new platform. There's not near as many games. I think I'll go with the 3DS. This E3, I expect a lot to change, so we'll have to see what happens. But while speaking on E3, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance will be making a return at E3 2012. With Kojima Productions planning for a large presence at E3 2012, according to the latest Kojima Productions Report podcast, discussions in regards to the teaser trailers of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance are leading up to its full unveiling at E3 next month. So I am stoked to find out more about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Metal Gear Rising has been a roller coaster. First announced as multi-platform during E3 during Microsoft's press conference. Industry went into shock. Didn't hear anything about it. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance was announced as a rebirth of Metal Gear Rising. What the heck is Kojima doing? Hopefully we find out more at E3. I will be at E3 next month. Will I have it for play? I certainly hope so. Anything Kojima has any type of involvement with is always outstanding. So I cannot wait to check it out. So that wraps up Nick's Game Review episode number 70. If you want to contact me, you can email me at admin@thegameraccess.com. Follow me on Twitter at @thegameraccess. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/official Nick McCandless. And be sure to keep checking back at thegameraccess.com. Also, for my question of the week, giving you some insight to what some video game professionals think about PlayStation Vita. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So that wraps up Nick's Game Review episode number 70. Thank you guys for your support. I'm out.
Access granted.